After watching this video, you will be the smartest player at the craps table. Craps has some of the best bets you can make at the casino. It also has some of the worst. The worst bet on the craps table will probably surprise you. To understand the true odds and appreciate if they have fair payouts, we first need to look at the different combinations and the probability of each number being rolled. We can use this information to find the best place to put our money and, perhaps more importantly, the bets we should absolutely avoid. Looking at the chart, we know there are 36 possible combinations when rolling the two dice. 6 possibilities on dice 1 times by 6 possibilities on dice 2. The most popular number with the most combinations is the number 7, and no surprise, this is the number that makes the casino the vast majority of their money. There are 6 combinations that can make a score of 7. The next most popular numbers are 6 and 8. For both of these, there are 5 possible combinations. Next, there are 5 and 9, which have 4 combinations each. 4 and 10, we have 3 possible combinations. There are 2 combinations that can make a score of 3 and 11, and there's only one way to make a score of 2, and the same can be said for a score of 12. Now that we have this essential information clarified, let's discover the truth behind the odds and payouts of each bet. We'll start with the 2 most popular bets that are needed to start the game, the pass line and the don't pass line. The pass line bet pays even money. It wins on a 7 or 11 and loses on 2, 3 or 12. That means on the come out roll, we have 8 chances to win and just 4 chances to lose. You are twice as likely to win this bet than lose it on the come out roll. Despite this phenomenon, the reason the house still has an edge on this bet is because once the point is made, it's more likely to lose than it is to win. The house edge for this pass line bet is 1.41%. The don't pass line works in the opposite way. It still pays even money, but now we win on a 2 or 3 and lose on a 7 or 11. Meaning we have 3 chances to win and 8 chances to lose. Sounds like a pretty bad bet, right? Despite having much worse odds on the come out roll, when the point is made, this bet then becomes the favourite to win. That's because a 7 is more likely than any number that becomes the point. With this considered, the house edge of this bet is slightly better than the pass line at 1.36%. After the point is made, casinos will offer what's called odds behind, and this is an opportunity to receive true odds on your money with no house edge. Let's use the number 10 as our point in this example. A 7 is twice as likely to be rolled compared to a score of 10. Therefore, mathematically speaking, you will lose 2 times for every time you win, meaning the true odds for this bet is 2 to 1, and that is exactly the odds the casino offers on this bet. You absolutely need to be making the most of these bets as they have no casino house edge at all. These bets are so good. The odds behind wagers normally have a max bet of just 2 times the amount of your pass line bet. There are some casinos that offer up to 10 times, but these are very difficult to find. Generally speaking, the more money you can bet on the odds behind, then the better your odds, and so the better chance you have of making money. If you're looking for the best casinos to play craps, we've done the research to save you the time, money and effort. Check out the link in the description for our top picks when playing the game. Next we have come bets and don't come bets. Come bets are essentially pass line bets just made in the middle of the game. The same rules, odds and payouts apply, and therefore they have exactly the same house edge of 1.41%. The same can be said about don't come bets and the don't pass line, and this has a house edge of 1.36%. The field bets are made on the next throw of the dice and will either win or lose. There's guaranteed action on every roll of these bets. The player will win even money if they throw a 3, 4, 9, 10 or 11. Receive a double payout on a 2 and a triple payout if a 12 is rolled. The bet is lost if the dice lands on 5, 6, 7 or 8. That means there are 16 combinations that make this bet a winner and 20 combinations that make it a loser. In other words, you will win this bet 44.4% of the time, and with the payout being 1 to 1, that doesn't sound very attractive, does it? However, when we consider the double payout for 2 and triple payouts for 12, the house edge on the field bet is 5.5%. Not terrible, but not great. Many new players like to play this bet purely because of its simplicity. You'll see, as we continue through the video, there are smarter places to put your money when playing dice, but most players are unaware of them. Next, let's take a look at place bets. Even regulars on the craps table are surprised to find out that not all place bets are created equally. Some place bets like 6 and 8 have really good odds. Other place bets like 4 and 10 are rookie bets and should be avoided. Let's take a deep dive into why the house edge is different for each of these bets. The payouts for these place bets are as follows. For place bets on 6 or 8, the payout is 7 to 6. That's why, unlike the rest of the bets on the table, you'll be asked to make your bets in denominations of $6. For every $6 that you bet, you will win $7. Place bets on 5 or 9, the payout is 7 to 5. For every $5 that you bet, you'll win $7. And place bets on 4 or 10, the payout is 9 to 5. For every $5 that you bet, you will win $9. If we go back to our combination and probability chart, let's see how close these payouts are to the true odds that these bets will win. With our 6 or 8 place bet, we have 5 chances to win and 6 chances to lose. That means the true odds would be 6 to 5. The payout of 7 to 6 is very close to the true odds, and the house edge on these place bets is just 1.52%. Place bets on 5 or 9, we have 4 chances to win and 6 chances to lose. The true odds of this bet are 6 to 4, or for an easy comparison, it would be 7.5 to 5. With a payout of 7 to 5, again it's not too distant from the true odds, but the house edge has increased to 4%. For place bets on 4 or 10, we have 3 chances to win and 6 chances to lose. We explained earlier that we're twice as likely to lose as we are to win, meaning that the true and fair odds should be 2 to 1, or for an easy comparison, 10 to 5. Instead, the place bet pays just 9 to 5, making the house edge for this bet a huge 6.67%. When comparing the house edge on all of the available place bets, it's a shocking truth to many players. Place bets on 4 or 10 are not smart for the bankroll. However, there is another, much better way to bet on the numbers 4 and 10, and that leads us nicely onto buy bets. Very similar to a place bet, a buy bet is made on a specific number before rolling a 7. The difference is that if a buy bet wins, the casino pays out true odds. Well then why on earth would anybody bet on place bets when buy bets pay true odds, you're probably thinking. That's because unfortunately, the casino takes a 5% commission on this bet. This is known as the vigorish or the juice. Most casinos expect the vigorish to be paid up front. For example, to buy a $40 bet on the number 4, you will have to pay $42. Not so common anymore, but some casinos will take your commission from the winnings should your bet win. Of course, only paying commission on the bet when it wins is better for us as the player and reduces the house edge. Even with this 5% commission, having a buy bet on 4 or 10 is better value for money than having a place bet on these numbers. With the 5% commission, this puts the house edge at 4.76%, which is considerably lower than the 6.67% house edge on the place bets. We can see in this one example why a buy bet is the way to go when it comes to 4 and 10. If we had a $20 place bet on the number 4 paying 9 to 5, it would pay $36. However, for just $1 more, we can buy this bet, which pays true odds of 2 to 1, meaning the payout would be $40. We are essentially getting 4 to 1 on that extra dollar on a bet that has 2 to 1 true odds. A smart bet by anybody's standards. However, not all buy bets are smart bets. The house edge for all buy bets is 4.76%. Therefore, there is absolutely no reason to buy 5 or 9, and especially no reason to buy 6 or 8. As discussed earlier, the place bets for these numbers have a much smaller house edge, so make sure you stick to place bets when you're betting on 5, 6, 8 and 9. These numbers are also referred to as the inside numbers. The opposite to buy bets are lay bets, and these again pay true odds, but with a 5% commission. With a lay bet, because you are betting on a number 7 being rolled before the number is rolled, the probability of your bet winning is actually higher than it is of losing. For this reason, the payout you receive is lower than the amount that you bet. If you're used to playing games like blackjack or roulette, receiving a payout of less than the amount you bet is quite hard to wrap your head around. But when we consider the probabilities, we can see why this is the case. Let's look at a lay bet on the number 5 as an example. As we can see in our combination probability chart, there are 6 combinations of the number 7 being rolled and 4 combinations of a number 5. Therefore, we as the player, when placing the lay bet, have 6 chances to win and just 4 chances to lose. We will win 3 times for every 2 times we lose, making the odds for this bet 2 to 3. We will win $2 for every $3 that we bet. Laying the number 5 for $30 will cost us $31, which includes the 5% commission. This bet pays winnings of $20. With the 5% commission considered, the house edge for these lay bets are as follows. Lay bets on 6 or 8, the house edge is 4%. Lay bets on 5 or 9, the house edge is 3.23%. And lay bets on 4 or 10 have the lowest house edge of just 2.44%. Succinctly explaining how the house edge is calculated for the different lay bets without turning this video into a mathematics lecture is quite a task, and therefore I'll make a dedicated video specifically on these lay bet calculations. Subscribe to the channel to catch that video. Next up we have the bets known as Big 6 and Big 8. This bet pays even money if either a 6 or an 8 is rolled and loses when a 7 is rolled. It's important to make it clear that you pick one or the other. The bet does not cover 6 and 8, it covers 6 or 8, and you need to make the choice. If you're making this bet, after watching this video, you'll probably never do so again. There is only one reason to make this bet, and even then I'd encourage you not to. We explained earlier in the video that a place bet on 6 or 8 has a really low house edge of just 1.52%. With the place bet, for every $6 you bet, you're paid $7. When we compare that to the Big 6 and Big 8 bets, we're paid just even money for the exact same outcome. For an easy comparison on why this should be avoided, consider this. A $5 bet on the Big 6 pays $5, whereas a $6 bet on the place bet pays $7. For the extra $1, you are winning an additional $2. You're getting 2 to 1 on your additional $1 on a bet that only has the probability of 6 to 5. The only reason anybody should be making this bet is if they have just $5 left at the table. Even then, if you really want to bet on 6 or 8, ask somebody to lend you $1 so that you can choose the place bet option instead. The house edge for the Big 6 or Big 8 is massive at 9%. Please don't make this bet ever again. Surprisingly, this isn't the worst bet you can make at the craps table. Let's move into the centre action and explain why almost all of these bets should be avoided. Hardway bets are a bit of fun, but they too have a massive house edge. Hard 6 and Hard 8 pays odds of 9 to 1. We know that these win with just one combination, and that's when the dice lands on either a pair of 3s or a pair of 4s, but lose when any 7 is rolled, which has 6 combinations, and they also lose when the other combinations of 6 or 8 are rolled. There's 4 of those. Therefore, we have one combination to win and 6 plus 4, so 10 combinations to lose, meaning that the true odds for this bet are 10 to 1. The discrepancy between the payout and the true odds means that the house edge on this bet is 9.09%. Hard 4 and Hard 10 work in a similar way. This time they pay just 7 to 1 because there are less losing combinations. We still have 6 combinations that make a 7 and now 2 combinations that make the soft version. With 8 combinations to lose and 1 combination to win, the true odds for this bet are 8 to 1. Being paid just 7 to 1 means the house edge on this bet is a huge 11%. Like I said, hardways might be a bit of fun, but they're more fun for the casino as it's easy to make money from them. I've still not mentioned the worst bet on the craps table. Before I do, let's take a look at betting on 2, 3, 11 or 12. The payouts on 3 and 11 are 15 to 1. With these bets being a one-time roll, it means that every other number makes them a loser. There are just 2 combinations that make these bets winners, meaning that the other 34 combinations are losers. 34 to 2, or in other words 17 to 1, is the true odds for this bet. With a 15 to 1 payout, the house edge is 11.1%. When betting on 2 or 12, also known as snake eyes or midnight if you're wanting to show off your craps lingo, have a payout of 30 to 1. There's just one combination that makes this bet a winner. and the other 35 making it a loser. With the true odds of 35 to 1 and being paid only 30 to 1, means that these long shot bets have a house edge of 13.9%, an expensive price to pay just to show your peers you know the lingo. If you feel the need to bet on either 2, 3 or 12, I recommend that you do it via the Any Craps bet. This has an 8 to 1 chance of winning and pays 7 to 1, meaning the house edge is 11.1%. If you've come this far, I'm sure you're waiting to hear the worst bet on the craps table. And if you haven't worked it out by process of elimination, it's the Any 7 bet, also known as the Big Red. It's called this because on the craps layout, the number 7 is big and red. The Any 7 bet is a single roll bet and pays out 4 to 1. It is by far the worst bet with the highest house edge for the casino. Despite the number 7 being the most popular number, the probability of not rolling a 7 is far higher than 4 to 1. Let's take a final look at our combination chart to see the true odds of this bet. We have 6 combinations to win, leaving us 30 combinations to lose. In other words, the true odds of this bet are 5 to 1, much higher than the 4 to 1 the casino is paying us. This means the house edge on the Any 7 bet is 16.67%. If this wasn't bad enough, betting on the Big Red will also likely irritate the other players at the table. You're betting on them to lose, which could easily rub people up the wrong way. Amazingly, there are now some online casinos that pay out 5 to 1 on the Big Red bet, and this turns the worst bet in the game into the best bet in the game. Out of curiosity, we'd like to know who stayed until the very end to hear this dramatic change in the house edge. Write Big Red in the comment section below to show us you made it. If you found this video informative, share it with a friend and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out the best online casinos to play dice using the link in the description. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.